Good morning. Right, quickly, I forgot to explain what I was doing previously. Please watch the previous video, first 5-10 minutes. So, so these are the system roles. They have the unique ID. So I create a new user called new admin, and then this new user has been assigned this role. Let's just say, dash da da da. Okay, so now this, we call this roles, right? And then here we call this users, and then we have what we call user roles. Okay, so what happens is that I assign this user this ID, put it here, and assign to this role. So that's what I did. I forgot to explain this part, that the new user is a temporary admin account. I manually assign the role so that I can have administrator, a different account as administrator. Okay, so yeah, this is just to recap, or rather finish what I was supposed to have done in the previous video. So do not save. Let's destroy this guy. Cool. Now what are we doing today? Okay, so previous video we did everything. Now we need to add a business as a YouTube _ user. This person needs to add a business. So just to recap, they create an account called YouTube _ user. They added the email, they verified the email. They added the phone number, they verified their phone number. And then they paid me. I simulated them paying me using Payforce. Please check previous videos. And then I gave them a partial access to a role called partial access. So that means I'm giving them partial access to the system where they can just add a business, and then I can then activate the subscription based on that business. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we did in the previous video. Good. So I'm just gonna click. You can click anywhere. Here it can show you how many number of the business you have. Just click anywhere just to say add new business. There we go. You only need 3 things: business name, information about the business, and the address. Okay, now, but behind the scenes, I need to do more work for you. So I'm gonna simulate this using Google Map. I think it's called map.google.com. So we're just gonna come up with our own funky, weird name of the business. Let's give this guy a minute to spin. There we go. So this is a map. Okay. Why are you saying history? Oh no, oh yes, because I was doing something. Yes, yeah, no. I once searched this street to add a business. It was for identical dogs. Okay, so what I want to do, okay, Washington D.C. Okay, now this area is in phase 2. Yes, I need to do something. So, but I need to zoom out. And then I need to go to town. Okay, so we have a Fludal Mall, macro store, investors, Willows. That's what CUT is at. But let's do West Dean. Yeah, there are too many businesses there. Yes, somewhere in West Dean. And then because we know there's a Brandweg, there's Europe somewhere. This is West Dean, Brandweg. I think there is Mimosa Mall somewhere here. You see University of Free State. Yes, Mimosa Mall. Yes, let's just say somewhere here. I want to click here, and then I want to do right click and I want to say this is what I'm looking for. Okay, but what we need to do, let's just say brandwacht, name of the business, brandwacht IT world. Yeah, here, so this will be a description. Here we do the printing of any size. I'm just coming with something, you know, for any document, for any needs, for all the customers. That's a beautiful, it's like a descriptive name. So the address, I don't know the address. How do I get the address again? So we said somewhere here, right? Can I get the address? Okay, I'm just gonna say yes, Brandwacht, Bloemfontein, 9301. So Brandwacht, Bloemfontein, and then 9301. Okay, that's all you need to do. Hit save. There we go. Again, you've been given heads up that, hey, every business will need to have Do you want to know what that thing is? I forgot. Oh, okay. Interesting. I received an SMS by the system to me as the administrator. Let me show you what the SMS says. Let me go to bulk SMS so we can read the SMS out loud. Interesting. Because this is what you need to do as a programmer. You need to be creative. Like, okay, they have added business. How do I know that they have added business? Remember, they've been granted a partial access to the system based on the role. So let's quickly read that SMS so that it doesn't seem like I'm a liar or I'm just, saying things coming out of nowhere. So send messages. And by the way, there's a previous video where we did this. Bulk SMS, it's a service provider. It's responsible for sending SMSs from my system. There we go. On the 5th, 6:09. There we go. 2 minutes ago, or 1 minute and a couple of seconds ago, delivered to my phone as administrator. She says, hello, admin. A new business was added by YouTube user. Please check your email from Untitled Docs. So they said I should check my email. Interesting. So let's do that. Now I'm going off the script, but it's fine. Wait. Okay, I'm going off the script because they said the SMS said I should check my email. So I'm gonna do precisely just that. Okay, I don't want this account. I want... Wait, yes, the same account. Right? Where does he send the email to? There we go. There we go. Yes. Hello, admin crew. A new business was added by YouTube user and needs your immediate attention and approval. Name of the business, there we go, Brandwacht IT World, and then it generated this unique business number, QEG3. Then I know what to do. That's it. So basically we are done with this part. We are literally done. Now, just to show how I build my system, so there's also flexibility to add a new business. Like you are not restricted to just adding one business, but you can add multiple businesses. Okay, so currently there's only one business, but it's not online. That means it's not going to be discoverable on the mobile application. Also, it's not deleted because these are default values. and then you should add this person has to add 80 trading hours, and then the services that they offer. That's it. I think now I can do one more video based on subscription, actually based on this email that I received. So stay tuned for that video. This one was a very short one, but a nice, clean, simple and easy one. So but I'm not gonna go through the, but let's do the code. Let's see what happened. So I'm gonna go to controllers for clients, MVC clients, business controller, and then let's see what happened. So remember, YouTube user has been granted access to partial access, and then I have my global variables, I have my properties because I need this user manager, I have my actions, I have this index, the one that just returns that view, but it's responsible for showing how many business do you have, you know. Can we do this quickly? Let's see. Okay, yeah, let's do that quickly. So the first thing I do, I get the user ID of the person who just logged in, put it there, user ID, and then I do have this business view model. So let's just navigate to it to see what to expect there. And by the way, my system is making use of MVVM pattern, model view model pattern. Okay, so I do have a business ID, I have a business name, business info, business address. So these three are the ones that are being exposed to the end user on the UI. I have a business number behind the scenes. I have the state if it's online or not, the state if it's been deleted or not. And if you look at this, they are required, all of them. And then I have a custom. It has trading hours. It's a boolean, yes or no. So this is how you do proper properties. Good. So what I do is that now I'm gonna instantiate an object, but as a list. So I'm gonna put it here, business view model list. See readability, you know, and then so you can read properly. And then I have a try and catch block, and it's an asynchronous action method. And then I have a try and catch block, and then I handle the exception where I'm using my alert for danger to show to the user, and then I return back that list. So it's possible that this guy can be null. It's possible. So var, what I do is that I'm gonna go to a local variable, the one that talks to database, to say go to this table called businesses, where if I own a business, if there's a business that I own, give me the businesses that I own as a list and put here. Now, what happens if this guy is not greater than 0? That means that there's nothing. It's gonna skip this if statement. So what it does is gonna show that heads up message. It's a warning, and it's just gonna return this guy. But in this case, that at least the count is greater than 0. In this case, there is something which is 1. So we get inside that if statement. So if the count is greater than 0, so we're gonna do for each. Remember, it's a list of business lists. So we're gonna do item to say, okay, let's now do one item at a time. So here I'm gonna go now to say again, sorry, the guy that talks to database, let's go to business hours. We did this when I did a series on Solution Explorer where I explained these tables, you know, what they are, papers, sole papers. So I do have a businesses. I also have business hours, and we'll see that when I make other videos. And I'm saying go and get first and default or default async, go and get a business hour based on this business, based on this Brandwag IT word. Go and get it. Okay. And then we're just gonna now have a proper clean model, right? To say, okay, I found it. Let's get the business ID, put it there because we need it. Get the business name, put it there, we need it. Get the state if it's online, put it the state there. Get the state if it's deleted or not, put it there. And now, when it comes to business hours, if this guy, if it's not now, that means yes, it has business hours. If not, just put false on it has trading hours, and then just add it to the list and then return that list when we are done. So that's what happened. Cool. Now when it comes to add, I'm only going to present the view. That's it. for just to add the name, info, and the address. But what happens when you click add? So again, try and catch block. I handle something, show the danger alert. Okay, now when you add, first check the model state if it's not valid, and then just show the appropriate warning message. And then we're going to check if the business view model it's null, and then we're just going to show an error message to say we do not know anything about this operation. It's very important to check this. It's very important. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to then use this custom class called generate. Now this custom class called generate, it has a method, static method called random business number. Let's quickly navigate to it. There we go. So I had to make it very interesting so that, because there was a time where the generated business number would duplicate itself. So what I did, I make it complex now. String numbers, empty string, int random numbers 0, and a random number to say 1 to 10. And then I use that to say, now choose any of the case from 1 or 10, one or one of them and up until 10, any of them randomly. Okay, and then you would have unique numbers. These are the strings for the numbers. Once we have that, we need the length now to be 4, and then the business number is going to be empty, the one we're going to return. And then we're just going to do the logic, using the do while to check if using another random object to just generate if we are choosing this guy. So we're going to do random based on this guy, so it keeps it clean and nice. So now that's how we generated that business number. And then I'm just gonna now put together an object for business, the one that's gonna go to a database. So to say, this is the business number from the user, this is the info from the user, this is the address from the user, and this is the business number from the system we generated behind the scenes. And then the person who logged in, we're just gonna put it there to the ID. And then we're gonna add to businesses, and then we're gonna save now changes to database. And then we're gonna say, yes, you have added this business as you saw. And then look at this. We notify the admin. So when we notify the admin, we are passing in a couple of things. We are passing in the name of the business and then the business number. So that's what we are passing in. And then we just want to redirect. So I'm just want to go to this method. There we go. It's one of the helper methods after I have my alerts, So here we are getting the ID of the person who logged in, and then we are getting the email of the administrator, and we're getting the phone number of the administrator. I need to now move these things now to a class called credentials. Wait, I create a class that's going to handle sensitivity of stuff. MVC, this one, I need to move this email. So that's the email that I used to authenticate myself. This one, and then the phone number, like the number and all that. So I'm getting them from web.config file, and then application user. I'm saying, okay, now let's go and find the user based on this user ID. And then so that I can get their email, I can also get to check their email and also check if they're confirmed. So what it does basically, it also send, let's give me a second. Okay, we're gonna check, we're gonna send an email. To whom? Yes, to a person who logged in, right? And we're gonna check if their email is not null and if they confirm the email. It's very important to have these checks. And then I'm just going to put together a subject and a body that says new business added. Unfortunately, because the email that I'm using, they're generated by temp mail service, so I cannot really show that. But this email that was sent to me as administrator. You see, email address to me with the email subject, that one with the email body, this one. So it was sent to, oh, this is notify admin, sorry. This is notified admin. It's not notified the client, it's me. And I'm also going to send the SMS. So I've used the backend of email to send that email. And now I'm going to check for sending SMS. Check if the phone number is not null. Check if they have their phone number confirmed. Yeah, but now that's a very interesting thing. Something's wrong here. If I'm sending this thing to myself, notify that admin, and then I have email where it's going, I have the phone number where it's going. Why am I checking this guy? What am I doing with this application user? Am I checking the state of me or this person? Oh, I understand. Yes, I'm checking if, for me to be able to take an action based on this email that says it needs my immediate attention and approval. For me to do this, my system, it had to be built. Yes, I built this to check, but let's check the person who logged in. If their email is not null, if they have confirmed their email, and then let's check if their phone number is not null, and then let's do that before I can notify myself. Although I'm sending to myself, I understand it doesn't make sense, but I think these checks are very important because of what I'm about to do in the next video. And with that being said, I'm done. That's it. I just want to show those operations, and that's it. Stay tuned to the next for the next video where now I take some action, you know, and then I approve this based on what happened. So stay tuned for that.